In Baltimore, loyalty is everything. But the moment you go against that, the moment you go against the grain, the streets will eat you alive, man. This is a story about two best friends, Tay and Reek, and how money, disloyalty in the streets divided all that. Kick back, relax, like, share, comment, take a ride with me. Let's get them, let's get them, let's go! Boom, kicking it off from the top, man. We got two young men growing up around the way, west side of Baltimore. One of them named Tay, one of them named Reek. And I'm talking about, man, these young men were so connected at the hip, they earned the nickname twins, you feel what I'm saying? Because not that they looked alike, not that they was biological twin brothers, but anytime you seen one, you seen the other. Now, if you come from the hood, the trenches, the suburbs, anywhere around the world, you already know the pristine that come with somebody saying, oh, that's the twins, man. Like, that's how close of a bond you got to have with somebody that's not your biological twin. For somebody to call y'all twins with just a friend, that loyalty is out of this world. But like I always tell you, man, greed, envy, jealousy, being hard-headed, and that motherfucking root of all evil, the dollar, it'll bring out that side of somebody that you not never trying to see. So now, these two dudes, man, growing up, they was best friends. I'm talking about same street, same block. They stayed 2 doors down from each other. Moms was best friend, fathers was damn near best friends before they both lost they, to street violence, whatever the case may be. But man, these two kids, man, they was best friends. Everything they did together. They going down the court, going to school, playing little league football, shooting dice, the whole nine, you feel what I'm saying? But it get to a point where as though some things change, man, and sometimes personalities can be so much alike that they so far apart that shit end up bringing everything to a head. Now, these dudes coming up for real, they going through the ranks, they start flipping they packs, they start doing they 1-2s, and they get to a point where as though they're around 21, 22 years old, they got the city in the chokehold. But what I mean by that is just they section. They not running the whole city because they don't want the attention. They got themselves a nice little connect. They got themselves a nice line, little dude from California that landed down here. But whole time the nigga that's from California, he really lands up this little spot called Westminster. Now, Westminster is like a duck-off little location where if you're a true city bipper, you already know about that Westminster. It's a nice little amount of money out there, but if we get grabbed up, they trying to knock sparks out of us. So now it's like, a good thing and a bad thing. So now, he lands up there, he ends up running into Tay. Now, Tay, smooth, calm, collective, laid back, sharp individual. His whole game plan is buy for $1, sell for $2, stack that shit, reinvest, flip, do it again. But then you got his brother Reek. Now Reek, shorty was a heavy set dude. He was the type of guy that he ain't get a lot of rhythm growing up. Now, like I say, man, before you become a street don, you just gonna be. Before you become a violent street don, a hustling street don, you just a regular street star. Meaning, birds of a feather flock together. Yo, if you an outstanding member, we already know about each other. Whether that be from it start off. Let's say you the fastest motherfucker in your project. Now you don't want to just be the fastest around your project. You done raced everybody around the way. You know you the fastest. You want to race a nigga up the block. Then you go over west, go over east, go over south. So now we get about 14, 15. We all playing lower league. You might play for first and 10, but you want to play the best nigga that played for Park Heights, St. Charm City. Got this over here, first and 10, Northwood, Northwest, Sandtown, Wolverines, Old Town Gators. So you gonna be known, you feel what I'm saying, whether you went up Emerson, Dunbar, Carver, Pilot. Let's say you was just that guy, the best dressed, nigga always pulling up to the school in the TL. We're gonna know about each other, whether that be you from over west, I'm from over east. We never even seen each other, but by the time we both get down baby bookings, we have an understanding, oh, all right, that's bro, that's who they be saying, do that over west. Oh, yes, that's yo from over east, that's yo from down south. Reek ain't never really get that love. Like I said, he was a heavy set dude coming up. He ain't really had no rhythm until he fell into some money. So now that he got the money, him and Tay like night and day. Tay just want to lay back, stay clean. Reek was the type of guy, instead of having $100 bills and having $1,000, he want 50/20s because he want the knot to stick out. Or he might not, he want $1,000 in 10s so he can have the crazy knot. So Tay used to always tell him, like, man, you gotta chill with that clown shit. Like, bro, you really get money. Fuck you trying to prove to motherfuckers that don't got money that you getting money. That shit ain't gonna do nothing but draw heat to us. So now, every time they step out to the club, Reek got the section. He ordering 10 aces of spades, he ordering 5 dons, but he want the bras to bring, instead of just bringing one sign, he want them to bring 2. They bring the big ass sign, man, fuck everybody, we really getting money in here. He got the section, 6, 7 bras right there, twerking, got their cups in the air, he pouring don in there, he pouring ace in there. So now imagine, Tay laid back. I don't really want to smoke because I know niggas will get jealous and start thinking with the wrong head. Now it's a nigga in the club, his broad is standing in front of their section, Reek right there pouring ace of spade in a cup, but in their mind, they looking at it like, nigga, how you gonna be mad at me? Skip over your broad, like, who in their right mind would think it's a girl right here in front of my section twerking with her cup in the air, asking me to pour her a drink. Who would think a bro would be that brazen and bold to do some shit like that with her nigga right there? That's supposed to be just how much little respect she got for you. So you supposed to handle that, but a nigga skip over his broad and come at the nigga. So these was the problems that Tay was trying to avoid because he already knew what came with the game. And this is where him and Reek would always bump heads at because he like, nigga, you want some old clown. You acting like a broke nigga with money. You doing these pump faking tactics that broke niggas do. We really get money. Man, you can just come in here. We here to conduct business. You get a bottle, I get a bottle. We got a section. We hollering at the niggas we came to see. Couple little soft legs, stop by, pour them a drink, and we out. We don't need to make a scene. We don't need everybody to be looking at us like, who the fuck is them niggas? Because T and Reek was already solidified in their own lane. They wasn't into recruiting motherfuckers trying to bring everybody in. We want to run the whole city. We need niggas to know about us. No, they really wanted the money. Well, at least Tay did. Reek really wanted the name and to be on that, you know, that loud noise shit. And Tay always told him, man, that shit gonna get us, that shit gonna bring us more trouble than we need, yo. And you trying to compromise the enterprise, like niggas is trying to build this shit up, just me and you. You trying to be so sane, and that's gonna put niggas in a position of, man, do right or get done wrong. Break bread or get broke. Put niggas in, or we gonna put you niggas out of business. And that's the mind of the wolf. That's the mentality of the beast. Because a nigga look at it like, man, who the fuck is these niggas? We running around slinging let's just say a nigga on the sideline who ain't involved in with the demonstration. He'll be looking at it like, man, who the fuck is these niggas thinking, man? They just gonna be getting all this fucking money, not putting niggas in, not putting niggas on, staying out the way. And they'll start to feel entitled like, man, I'm a gangster, niggas supposed to do right for me. Nah, that don't mean nothing, nigga. Niggas ain't do nothing for us when we was coming up through the ranks. Our OG made us earn this shit. Then they ended up getting a connect, you feel what I'm saying? They ended up getting a plug from California. Now Westminster, it's like a drug hub for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? You really come from the city and you was an active bipper, you know about that Westminster road. You know about the Tawny Towns and you really hitting that motherfucking 9-5, hitting that road. But this is a town where niggas generate a lot of money, but it's so much heat up there and they can't stand Baltimore niggas the way it's done. They catch us, they trying to knock sparks out of us. Any one of them towns that got like them OD boards up that show the overdoses in that city, don't play with them because they gonna knock sparks out your ass. So now, you know, they ends up meeting a plug from California that land up there. Him and Tay ends up forming a bond, This how they end up becoming bricklayers. But now, Tay keep telling Reek, man, you want some more hot shit, stop doing this hot ass shit. Of course, Reek not listening. He ends up getting himself put into a trick bag. He ends up booking a little broad out the county. He slide up there. She supposed to be a nurse. So he in the green like, I got a little nurse broad. Oh my God, boy, she's so bad, this, that, the third. But he thinking she green. Whole time she a street dawn. I mean that meaning she be putting niggas together like she a book a nigga, had her brothers, homeboys from around her block, run down, nab the nigga, trunk him, rob him, do whatever they gonna do to him. And niggas around her way would sit her on niggas like, look man, hop in your DM for real, sis. We try and bust you up, and they'll break her down. So wicked and wild game. That's why I tell y'all, don't get involved in the streets because you never know where the beat's gonna come from. You could be laying next to a motherfucker for 90 days, for 9 years, thinking they'll never backdoor you whole time. Y'all get into one argument, she fucking with little bro across town. Now she doing shit she ain't never done before, but this is why I tell y'all don't get involved. So now, you know, he ends up waking up one morning, niggas got them 4 nickels over him, they go in and wrap him up, trunk him, tell him, call that nigga Tay. Because they already know Tay got the money when they call for the ransom. No, their plan is we gonna say so big of a number he not gonna bite, but whatever number he volunteer to pay, we already know it's the score anyway. They call, they say some wild ass shit. Tay like, man, come the fuck on, man. Y'all niggas doing too much now, bro. I'll pay this amount. They say, all right, that's a bet because they already knew that was a big ass number to them. I said, get that shit. Whole time Tay ends up paying the ransom, but him and Reek was never the same after that. They was always at odds because Tay always told him, man, this the fuck I was telling you about, yo. You fucking hard-headed, you don't listen, you ain't got no fucking discipline, and you move around like you a fucking 18-year-old kid, man. Tighten the fuck up, yo. You geeking. Like I told you, you compromising the enterprise, yo. Now, you know, they still a unit, they still moving as a team, but it was never the same after that, man. It was never the same after that. So, boom, it gets to the point where as though Reek go behind Tay back, he go holler at the connect, but he hollered at the connect on the pretenses of I'm scoring for me and bro. Everything regular scheduled program, but what Reek is trying to do is he's trying to branch off and build his own little organization. He started to do that. He putting niggas down who he think is solidified hustlers, but that's why Tay was the brains of the organization. Reek was more so just a flat foot hustler, but he had rookie tendencies in him for real. Like, Lord just wingworm shit. So now he recruiting these niggas is fucking up the pack, they fucking up the money. Word end up getting back. Tay pull up on the block one day. He hollering at his young niggas. They say, man, what the fuck going on with your twin? Yo out here geek. He putting niggas all on, counting niggas fucking the money up. Or they telling him they fucking the money up. Whole time these niggas out here getting high, going down the club. They really look at him like a duck if you not back in his play. And, I mean, I don't know if you know what the fuck he doing, but yeah, bro, niggas ain't really trying to fuck with your 18, man. Keep that nigga away from us. So now, not only is Reek becoming a conniving little snake type person, he falling out of favor with the block because they looking at it like, man, you moving, we look at you like a boss and you all boss, but you moving like a motherfucking wingworm, like you moving like a rookie. Whole time Tay like, man, I'ma holler at him, but he really mad, like, man, what the fuck going on? You hollering at El Guardo behind the nigga back. He jump on the phone, holler at the plug. Plug like, yeah, I seen this nigga like 2-3 times this week, man. Why you calling like you ain't know? He told me, y'all, I mean, you was busy, you was running around, that's why you ain't pulled up. What the fuck going on, y'all good? Whole time Tay like, yeah, because he don't wanna stir no waves with the connect. He like, yeah, I just was double checking for real, making sure everything was good. We probably holler at you again next week. He like, all right, that's a bad bum. He hangs up, but now he furious. He like, man, what the fuck? He called Reek like, man, no, that was just, I had to handle some shit, bro. Some shit popped up, but Tay like, man, why the fuck you ain't tell me why you ain't holler at me? Man, you was busy. I thought you was still mad at me about that little demonstration situation. My bad, bro, it ain't that serious, but Tay getting the vibes like, nah, it is that serious. You want some old, you know, you moving real funny now. Boom. By the month go by with this type of tension. Word come out, Reek been hollering at Tay baby mother, trying to get in her ear, talking about, man, niggas ain't fucking with Tay no more out here. He's trying to paint the picture of him to the baby mother and trying to place that on Tay. So how niggas is looking at Reek as a duck, he telling Tay baby mother, that's how niggas looking at Tay. Whole time she not going for the shit, she play along. Whole time she ends up telling Tay like, I don't know what's going on with Twin, but he been acting real crazy, telling me like bad shit about you. We got drunk the other night when we was all of them was having a little cookout out back. When I had came in, he had came in the house, he like, you know, slid past me like he tried to, you know, pull a whole little dirty grind for real. So Tay like, what? Now he blank, he like, man, this nigga done lost his fucking mind. Say less. Whole time, that night he decided, man, this nigga gotta go because I know down the line, he getting so fucking off a track, he'd try to put one in the back of my dome. So he like, all right, fuck that shit. He ends up putting the plan together. He order him up to a well-known train track in Baltimore City. He say, man, meet me down here for real. We ready to meet at Waldo, grab some shit, make this big move for real. But we gotta do it at night because, you know, we need to get that morning rush together. Make sure by the time we put all this shit together, give it to who we need to give it to. They drop teas in the morning. We catch that morning rush, bang out the rest of this week, go right back in. It's time to turn the streets up. So now Reek, greedy, green, not believing that his shit stink too. He like, all right, that's the bet, bro. I'll meet you there at 11:30. Whole time he pull up, he under the bridge, chilling right there, smoking on the phone, bullshitting, scrolling on IG. Tay pull up, he don't even waste no time. He pull up, jump right out, walk up, you good, bro? He come straight off the hit, nail his ass, boom, 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 boom. He go ahead, hit him 4 times, jump back in his car, skirt. He asses off, get the fuck up out of there. Now, he get back to the block, he come back out that next morning. Everybody already know what it is. He let his soldiers know, listen, man, Reek ain't a part of this shit no more. So one of y'all, couple of y'all niggas gonna have to step up, earn y'all motherfucking keep, or it's gonna get to the point where there's gonna be a lot of substitutions going on around this motherfucker. But everybody on the block had already respected Tay hand. They loved him, they honored him. So it was what it was. He continued to rise to power. Shit got back on regular scheduled program. They heard of him too because probably like a month later, he went and got Reek name tattooed right here and said my twin forever because he looked at it like, man, I love you to death, but I had to put you out of some shit that you ain't even know you was ready to take us into, because if he would allow Reek to keep doing what he was doing, it would have, you know, ruined the enterprise, and you cannot compromise the enterprise, man. This is why I tell y'all, don't get involved in the streets. Stay out the way. It ain't nothing but heartache and headache. But with that being said, Mark, thank y'all for riding with me. Well, you know you forever like with your boy stories with me. At this time, one more time for me, Mob. Like, share, comment, smash the hype button, and hit that subscribe button, man. Let us know where you tapping in from. We are 300 people away, man, from 10,000 subscribers. Let's get this video right here, the 10,000 views, man. Let's get 300 to 400 likes, man. Smash that hype button, saying we can get into the top 100 hype videos. I love y'all to death, man. Everything I do is for y'all. Let's get them, let's get them, let's get them. Let's go.